Happy morning, children. Welcome back to the English class. Hope you guys are doing good and safe. And it's now time to learn our English lesson. And today we are starting our second unit, and which is very interesting. And for that unit, we'll be having the warm-up session. So can you see this picture and guess what's happening? Or can you guess what that boy is doing? Any idea? He is climbing the tree. Okay. So sometimes we'll climb the tree. What for we will climb the tree? Maybe for fun activity, or else if you want to get the fruit from the tree, then obviously you will climb the tree. Or else if you want to safeguard yourselves from any animals, then you will climb the tree. Okay. Anyway, you will climb the tree to get the fruits from the tree also. That is the commonly reason why people are climbing the tree. Okay. And in this picture you can see some of the guys are climbing up the tree, and one person is swinging in the tree. Many of you might enjoy that, swinging in the tree. And here are the questions, like, have you ever tried swinging from a tree? Have you ever tried swinging from a tree? How it feels when you swing from a tree? It's good, right? For greater excitement and enjoyment, children will swing from a tree. Okay. And have you ever climbed up a tree to pluck fruits? Many of you might. If you happen to visit your garden and if you want to pluck any fruits from the tree, if you know how to climb a tree, then you will climb up a tree and pluck the fruit and eat it by yourself. Okay? Is that fun? Yeah. Think of the other occasions when you have climbed up the tree, either near your home or outside. Any other scenario you have climbed up a tree for any reason? So just think of those occasions. And now you will guess what we are going to learn from this lesson. We'll see that. And here's the lesson title: I can't climb trees anymore. It's a beautiful prose written by Ruskin Bond. And here comes the learning objective. What are the things we are going to learn from this lesson? And in this lesson, we are going to learn about childhood memories of a man. When man grew up from his childhood, he can recollect all the childhood memories, how we grew with his parents, how we attended school, how we behaved well in the school, how we got friends in the school, and what are all the fun activities the man and his friend involved in, and some cherishing moments in the childhood. The man will recollect all these beautiful childhood memories. And at the end of the lesson, we'll know how childhood memories of a man affect him. Many of us have these childhood memories after we grown up. We'll go back to our school days, we'll recollect and cherish those moments. It's full of fun. When we recollect itself, we feel good. How that happens? Why? Because our childhood is beautiful moment without any responsibilities, and we'll be playing with our friends, and that is very fun and excitement for any child when he grow up with his friends and his family. Many of us might have beautiful childhood memories, and how that impact a man. That's what we are going to learn from this lesson. About the author, here comes the picture of the author Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934. He is an award-winning Indian author of British descent. He is much renowned for his role in promoting children's literature in India. He is a famous author. He wrote many stories for children, and he is an Indian author, but he grew up in British. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized its role in the growth of children's literature in India. Since he has written many children's stories, the Indian Council for Children Education has recognized its role in the growth of children's literature. And he got the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dera. He got a very prestigious award, Sahitya Akademi Award. And not only that, he was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Those are very prestigious awards and high rewards in Indian government, Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. His popular novel, The Blue Umbrella, was made into an indie film and was awarded the best children's film in 2007, and this film got the National Film Award. Have you ever read any other stories of Ruskin Bond? Mostly his book is rich in vocabulary. If you happen to read his books, you can read very well, and also you get to know many of the English words, new words, and your vocabulary obviously improve. Such a nice author, such a good author. He'll write mostly for children. And here comes the lesson. He stood on the grass verge by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. Here is a man. He is standing on the grass verge. Verge means edge or corner by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. Like this, in this picture, this man is standing at the end of the road and looking at the old house. And when he saw the house, it hadn't changed much, which means the house is still there in the same way when he left the house. The old house, built with solid blocks of granite, was not altered at all. This house doesn't go any alteration, any improvement. It was still there how he had left. It was just like that. But there was a new outhouse and there were fewer trees. And what do you mean by outhouse? Outhouse is usually a small house built nearby a building, and this house will have some trees around the building. You can see in this picture. So maybe a car shed or any other godown like area will be called as a outhouse. He was glad to see that the jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building, casting its shadow on the wall. He is so happy that the jackfruit tree, which was planted when he lived in the house, is still there and its shadow is still falling on the building. On seeing this, he was so happy. And here are the new words. Verge. Verge means edge or corner. Second word, outhouse, which means shed or barn. Barn is like a godown where we can store the food grains. And third word, casting, which means appear on a surface. Okay. So let me sum up. Here is a man standing at the end of the road watching his old house, and on seeing it, it doesn't changed much and it's still the same building when he left the house long back. And but the thing is, there was a new outhouse, a new shed has been there, and the jackfruit tree is still there, placing its shadow on the building. We'll move on to the next thing. He remembered his grandmother saying, "A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls." There was a saying, "A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls." This was the saying by his grandmother. What a wise saying. What it means actually, when the tree is grown within a house, and that particular house will get the blessing. And this was the saying by his grandmother. And so the present owners must also be receiving the tree's blessings. He thought that whoever presently living in that particular house will also receive the blessings of the tree. At the spot where he stood, there had once been a turnstile, and as a boy he would swing on it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. And this man who is looking at the old house, he lived in this house when he was a child, and he is recollecting his memory, and at the spot where he is standing, and there is a turnstile. Turnstile means it's a entrance gate which will allow the person one by one, and it's rotating. You can see that many of you might see that it's placed usually at the entrance of the official buildings, in a church, in a government offices, in a school, in a hospital. Okay, at the entrances this turnstile will be there. We'll see the picture here. So this is a picture, you can see it. So this one is rotating, and this allow only one person at a time to enter the building. And as a boy, he would swing on it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. And this man who is standing there had a practice of swing on it. He go round and round and round until he was quite dizzy. Until he became dizzy. Dizzy is a new word which means unstable. So until he is feeling dizzy like this, you can see the picture. So this cat, this Jerry, is feeling dizzy, which means it is unstable. So like this situation, the boy is enjoying taking a ride in the turnstile, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. But now the turnstile was gone and opening walled up. And but now in those days when he grew up, there was a turnstile, but now he saw that there is no turnstile and an opening wall has been constructed. And in the wall, tall hollyhocks grew on the other side of the wall. And in the wall, tall hollyhocks, which means that's a plant with showy flowers. Many of the houses will have these flowers. Just for decorative purpose, they'll grow these flowers, hollyhocks, which is a plant with a large showy flowers like this. Like this. So this is a hollyhocks full of flowers. Okay, and after the turnstile has been taken away, a wall has been constructed, and at the end of the wall or at the side of the wall, these plants grow on the wall. And suddenly a voice is asking, "What are you looking at?" This man is enjoying all the scenery and he is recollecting all his childhood memories. When he is in that thought process, suddenly a voice pop out. Nobody is there, but suddenly a voice alone came, which is asking, "What are you looking at?" And it was a disembodied voice at first. Here's a new word, disembodied, which means when you fully engross in one particular thing, when you fully concentrating on one particular thing, if somebody at the back come and speak to you, how you feel? You may get scared, right? Okay, you may not see where the sound is coming, or else when you were studying or when you were doing any homework, if you get any sound and if you confused with where the sound comes from, obviously you get scared. Such a voice comes and asks that, "What are you looking at?" That is the meaning of disembodied. We can hear the voice, but we cannot see from where the voice comes from. That's what called as disembodied. Clear, children? And a moment later, a girl stood framed between the dark red hollyhocks, staring at the man. After some point of time, a little girl is standing between the plants, staring at the man. And she was only 12 or 13 with lively eyes and long black hair. And this girl is only of age 12 or 13 with good old bold eyes and long black hair. And for that question, the girl initially asked, "No, what are you looking at?" For that question, this man is answering, "I am looking at the house. Is it yours?" he asked. And for the previous question, when the girl asked, "What are you looking at?" and now the man replied back by saying, "I am looking at the house. Is it yours?" And now the child replied, "No, it's my father's. Why? Do you want to buy it?" And this girl is saying, "No, it's not my house, but it's my father's house. Why do you ask that? Do you want to buy it?" Such a question this girl asked the man. And here are the new words. Turnstile. So this is a mechanical gate at the entrance that has arms which turn around and that allows only one person at a time to pass through. So this turnstile, you can see a picture. So there are 4 arms which will turn around and allow only one person to pass through the entrance gate. And dizzy, so like this, very unsteady or unstable. And hollyhocks, so this is the picture of the plant with showy flowers. And disembodied, lack of physical source. So we can hear the sound, but we may not know from where the sound comes from. So that's what called as disembodied. These are the new words in this slide. And we'll move on to the next slide. Hope you got whatever has been here. Okay, children? Shall we move on? Okay. And now the man is asking the girl, "What does your father do?" And this girl is replying, "He is only a colonel." Colonel is nothing but a military person. You can see the picture of a military or army person here wearing a uniform. Well, he should have been a brigadier by now. This man is asking, "Only a colonel?" But the girl is replying, "Well, he should have been a brigadier by now." Colonel is a lower rank and brigadier is a higher rank, higher position. So next to colonel, brigadier will be up in the ladder. And then on hearing this answer, the man burst out laughing. And on seeing this, the girl said, "It's not funny. Even mommy says he should be a brigadier." Even her mom says that he should become a brigadier. And it was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark. It was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark. Witty means humorous remark. You can see. So if anybody places a joke, obviously will laugh. Okay, that is called as witty, and perhaps that's why he's still a colonel. But he didn't want to give offense. He didn't want to hurt the girl, hence he didn't spoke it out. And they stood on either side of the wall, apprising each other. And this girl and the man is standing opposite to each other, apprising. Apprising means assessing. By the looks, we can assess a person. Okay, what kind of person he is and how he behaves. Okay, on based on these things, we can assess a person how he is or what he is. That way called as apprising. And do you want to buy it? The girl is asking again. Do you want to buy it? No, he said. And here are the new words. Colonel, a senior officer in military, and brigadier, higher rank than colonel. So brigadier, then comes colonel. And witty, third word, which means humor. And fourth word, offense, which means hurt. And fifth word, apprising, which means assessing. Okay, children, you got the meaning of the new words? Shall we move on? Right. Well, she said, if you don't want to buy the house, what are you looking at? And the man is replying, I used to live here 25 years ago as a boy, as a young man, and then my grandmother died and we sold the house and went away. And the girl is asking, if you are not going to buy the house, why are you looking at the house? Like this, the girl is asking the man. Now the man is replying, I used to live here 25 years ago, which means 25 years back, this man has lived in this house as a boy, as a young man, which means from the boy to young man, he has been lived in that house. And then after his grandmother's death, their family sold the house and went away. Like that, he is replying. On hearing the reply, she was silent for a while, taking in this information. On hearing this reply, she remained silent, didn't speak anything, and she is taking this information within herself. After a moment, she said, and you would like to buy it back now, but you don't have the money? He did not look very prosperous. And this girl is asking, and if you want to buy it back now and you don't have money with you to buy the house, and this man also doesn't seems to be a prosperous man. And the man is replying, no, I was not thinking of buying it back, just wanted to see it again, that's all. This man is saying, I don't want to buy the house, I just want to see the house, that's all. Like that, this man is replying to the girl. And also asks, how long have you been living in this house? The man is asking the girl. And she said, only 3 years. And after this, the girl is asking, would you like to come in and look more closely? Since the man said that he lived before 25 years, there will be good and bad memories in the house. And understanding this, She's a wise girl, I think. And she's asking the man, would you like to come in and look more closely? Do you want to come into the house and look more closely what is within the house? Like that, the girl is asking the man. And the man is asking, wouldn't your parents mind? Which means, don't your parents say anything if an outsider comes into your house and visit the house? And for that, the girl is replying, they have gone to the club, they won't mind. So, my parents are not at home, they have gone to the club, and even though they won't mind, because I'm allowed to bring my friends home. So, she is being allowed by the parents to bring her friends home. And this man is asking, even a friend like me, like that, he is asking. See, you can see the picture of a girl conversing with a man. And this is like a club where you can play games with your friends and enjoy spending time. And these are the new words in this slide. Prosperous, which means flourish financially. Prosperous means a wealthy person. And second word, club, which means association for special activity. So it's a common association for special activity. That's called as a club. You can name few like Lions Club. Okay. So this is the association which will have many good activities. Okay. And here is the recap. A man is looking at the house where he lived in the childhood, and he recollected all the memories about the jackfruit tree, who has planted it, and how it grows, and he's so happy that the tree is still there, casting its shadow on the building. And turnstile at the spot where he was standing and looking at the house, there was a turnstile once upon a time, and it's just like a mechanical gate at the entrance which will allow only one person to get into the building. And it has arms which will go round and round. And as a boy, this man is used to play on this turnstile. He go round and round and round until he became dizzy, which means unstable. When he lived there, he used to play this game. Okay. And a little girl is noticing and asked about him. And a little girl is asking this man, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at? And the conversation goes between the man and the little girl. And she is asking, what are you looking at? And the man is saying, I am looking at the house. And he is also asking, is it yours? And the girl is replying back, no, it's my father's. Why do you want to buy it? And this man is saying, what is your father? And the girl is replying, as a profession of his father, her father, as a brigadier or a colonel. And the man finds it funny, burst out into laughing, and he said all the things what happened 25 years back, where he grew up, and why he left the place, everything. After his grandmother's death, he or their family sold the house and went from those place. So like this the conversation goes between the man and the girl. And he is conversing with the girl about her family, like what is your father's profession and all. And the girl asked him to visit the house since her parents are away. After hearing his childhood memories, this girl asking the man that he wants to come in to have a close look at the house, and saying that her parents were away, went to the club, and usually her parents allowed her friends to visit the home. So this is like a picture, a man standing at the front of the house, looking at the house and recollecting all his childhood beautiful memories. So this is about today's lesson, and here is the assessment. As usual, we'll do very simple questions. Who is standing at the corner of the doors? And did the man want to buy the house? Second question. And third question, what made him to visit the house? And fourth question, whom did he met on visiting the house? And fifth question, is jackfruit tree nearby the house? And sixth question, what is the profession of girl's father? These are the 6 simple questions you need to answer in your English note. Okay, children? We'll move on to the homework. So these are the simple homework. If you understand this lesson, you will be able to answer the questions. The first question, the story I Can't Climb Trees Anymore highlights the importance of dash. Old age, youth, adulthood or middle age. You have to pick out the answer. And second question, the house which was visited by the man dash remained unchanged, was totally changed, was slightly repaired, was given a facelift. Which options best choose the statement? You have to pick it. And third question, who said a blessing rests on the house where the shadow of the tree falls? Who said this statement? Grandmother, uncle, grandfather, the visitor. Among these person, who said the above statement? And fourth question, the visitor came back to the house because he dash wanted to see the jackfruit tree, was looking for his lost youth, wanted to look again at his old house, and wanted to buy the house. Which of this option suits the statement? You have to pick it out. And these are the simple homework for this today's class. Okay, children, hope you enjoyed the class. Let me sum it up. A man is standing at the end of the road and was looking at the old house where he lived 25 years back. And he saw that this house doesn't have any changes. It is same as that he left. And it was never repaired. And the only thing you noticed was there was a new outhouse, which means a shed. And he is so happy to see the jackfruit which grow well, which had grown well, and it places the shadow on the building. And on looking at the tree, he remembered his grandmother saying, a blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. And he also thought that the present owners must also be receiving the tree's blessings. And where he is standing at that particular spot, there was a turnstile, a gate which will allow only one person to pass through the gate. And as a boy, he liked to play on the turnstile which go around and round, and until he became unstable, he used to play on the turnstile. And but now it's not there, and a wall has been constructed, and hollyhocks grew on the other side of the wall. and suddenly a voice pop up. What are you looking at? And this is a voice which is coming out, but the from where it is coming out is not known. And after a moment, a girl is standing there, and then the girl and the man started to converse. Why are you looking at the house? Do you want to buy the house? Such a question the girl is asking the man, but the man said he don't want to buy the house. He just want to visit it, and he said all his childhood memories. And he is just there to visit the house, and he